Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creation. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to 31 Days of Cutfiles. Today is day 8 and we are using the Burst. I am going to be using a few ink pads that I just showed down on the screen there to do some ink blending right over the top of this beautiful cut file, which is going to draw all of your attention right to the middle, where I'm going to put one photo for the 8th birthday of one of the girls I take care of. So I am actually going to be doing a companion page with her family dinner photos on it tomorrow, actually. But today I just want to do the single photo. This is actually a photo that I took, her and I. We always go to lunch on her birthday. I think this is our 3rd year in a row that we've done this, but it's lunch at her birthday. We usually go to Red Robin, and she picks whatever she wants off the menu, and she gets a kid's sundae as well, and she loves it. So that's kind of the thing we do, our little tradition, and so that's why I'm documenting this one separately than I would document her family dinner, which I actually go to her family dinner as well, but there's a whole bunch of other family members there also. So I'm keeping this one just a little bit special for the two of us. Anyway, I believe, I want to say it is, I know I've got some chipped sapphire, some tumbled glass, and I think prize ribbon are the 3 colors that I've got going there. I did show them at the beginning. I will try to link them down below just in case that's something you're interested in. And I am just using these flat brushes to apply it because it goes on way faster than the little blending brushes that I normally use. So I find these big flat ones to be perfect for large surfaces. I also find them to be perfect when you have a lot of areas that want to get that get kind of caught up in the brush. Because the brush is flat, they don't really get caught up as much. I have the same theory with my stencils. When I clean my stencils, the brush I have for cleaning that is like a flat vegetable brush, rather than like a kitchen brush where all of the bristles are at angles. They tend to go underneath the stencil and lift it up. In this case, and in the case of my stencils, the flat bristles that go straight up and down don't seem to lift things up quite as easily. So that is my theory. You can try it out if you want, but it works for me. I am trimming this down just a tiny bit. There's not a ton of room to trim it down because we did cut these full size for you guys, but I am trimming it a little bit because I want a bit of a navy blue border, well, a chipped sapphire border there. And so I'm going to be putting a second piece of paper behind it, which might seem kind of weird and wasteful, but I am also going to be doing some stitching, so that second piece of paper is super necessary. I was just testing my chipped sapphire to see if that's the color I wanted. I tested it kind of in the corner there where you're not going to see it even if the cut file's over it. And then I'm going right over the edges with my chipped sapphire to give it a really dark outline. It's a little harder to do that with a Distress ink pad because they've got the felt pad versus a Catherine Pooler pad, which is foam. The foam is much easier to work with for this technique, but you can do it with the oxides. It does take a bit more pressure, and sometimes it's easier to kind of go at it rather than going on the long edge of the paper, but it's kind of easier to go into the paper and draw it, drag it to the outside edge like I'm doing right now. So as you can see here, I'm using a lot less ink and getting better results. And then I am just picking up all that excess ink with my scrap paper there. I will use that for something else. You guys probably see me use these little pieces here and there all the time. I also did go to my bin of cool colors and pulled out a bunch of blues that I thought would work well. And I am backing this photo with lots of layers. And you know, I love this technique. It's something that I really enjoy doing. It draws a lot of attention to the photo that you put all the layers behind, basically, and I don't have to have full sheets of paper or anything. I can just use the scraps, and it works really well. The reason I chose blue, besides that she has a blue shirt on, it is her favorite color. So blue it is. So once I get all those layers done, I am going to go through with I'm going to take a foam mouse pad and stick it behind my cut file, and I'm going to use my piercing tool, and I am going to pierce all along all of those starbursts. And then I am going to use some floss and do some stitching. So that takes me quite a while. I do it off camera. Don't make you sit through it. I think I show you like one of them, just in case. I don't know. You know, I'm sure a lot of you, if you've watched my channel, you've seen stitching before. But I am marking out where my photo goes so I don't waste any floss or time doing stitching behind where the photo is going to go. That was a little bit of a process because of all of the little divots from the cut file. I just kind of went more with my pencil at a 45-degree angle rather than straight up and down, because otherwise the lead was getting caught on it. And here I am just using my piercing tool. I have a really old We Are Memory Keepers tool that I'm using here. It works great. It works really well inside the stitching templates from MK's shop, in case you're interested in that. I don't know if these are even still available, but I believe they are. And then I also have an Amy Tangerine one that works as well, but it's a lot smaller, and it's in my travel bag. So pulling out lots of different floss here. I don't know, I have a couple of different kinds. The one I'm using is not a DMC. I don't know what brand it is, but it definitely has way more texture to it. It's kind of like, it looks like a little bit of a rope texture, and I know it has a name. Somebody told me at one point what that stuff was called, but I don't remember, because I don't do that kind of I don't do stitching other than on paper, right? So I have no idea what it's actually called when it has that texture. But I have two different colors that I'm going to be using, a light blue and a dark blue. You can see them off to the right hand side. The light blue is up at the top. I'm not using the lightest color of blue that's sitting there, but there's three that are next to each other towards the top of the layout, and then there are three that are next to each other towards the bottom of the layout. So I'm alternating between the lighter and the darker of the two blues between each one of these little bursts. And it just worked out perfectly, because I didn't think to even count and see if they were an even number, but they are. So that none of them are side by side matchy-matchy, right? And then I did pull out a couple of dies. I want to say these are from Tonic Studios, but I can't remember. They're really, really old. They say Sparkle and Shine. I don't use these very often, but I knew I had them, and I was like, you know what? This is the perfect layout for this, because I did cut the words Sparkle and Shine out in sparkly paper. I had this birthday hat and cupcake that have some sparkle on them. I thought those worked really well. And I am going to take a Wink of Stella pen that is the clear shimmer pen, and I'm going to sprinkle some sparkle all over the layout, basically. And so I thought Sparkle and Shine works really well. She's also wearing a headband that says Happy Birthday on it. She's wearing a shirt that says In My Birthday Era on it. We went out to the park that morning, her and her little brother, and spent a lot of time at the park, and she wore the crown all day. And they asked me when we walked in, because they knew it was her birthday, obviously, because she's wearing the crown or the headband. They asked me without her knowing if I wanted them to sing to her, and I was like, oh yeah, absolutely, because if there is a kid that will eat it up, it is this kid. She loves that kind of stuff. So you know, the middle sister is a lot more shy. This one definitely not at all, and she was just like totally tickled pink that they sang to her, and she got her ice cream and her burger, and yeah, we had a good time. So we also, I took her shopping that morning to pick out what she wanted for her birthday gift. She got a few things, and then she had a few dollars left over, and I was like, I think, how about a card game? And so we picked up Uno. She'd never played it before, and she's been playing it pretty much nonstop since her birthday was last month. So every time we are together, or there's like, 5 minutes here or there, she's like, hey, want to play Uno? Want to play Uno? So we've been playing Uno, classic Uno, quite a bit. And we played it while we were waiting for our food as well. And she just had a really good time. So I'm just making a note here in a navy blue Muji pen that this is our annual birthday lunch trip to Red Robin. And that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Also, go and check out MK's channel to see what she is doing with this cut file. And then also, there is a playlist down below to check out anybody else who might be playing along with us. People are playing along randomly throughout the month, so it may not be a lot of people, but you might be able to find some inspiration there. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Take care and have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.